Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10. Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
A carry for the Northern California native, Devontae Booker. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Keenum. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tight end right. Even. 4 down.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now, Blue 80, 24. Low. Purdue.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And Davis with it left side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
29. Down. Blue 80.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, This is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Get set. You're wide, 80. 24.
Now Carr throwing on second down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Down. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
You're mine.
Hey, watch the lane.
Hey, 734. Go Chief.
Hey, check 20.
Carr now on first down.
Slim.
This one caught left side by Cooper. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Down. Blue 80.
Mike 51.
Express.
Let's go deep.
What's up?
Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
637. 29. 29.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Raider 2.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
54 Mike. White Monday down.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Rush.
Deuce right. 637. What's up? What's up?
Carr going to go on 4th down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Justin Ellis in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I got you.
Here goes the hot. Like 20.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hey, orange, orange! Orange, orange!
Here's Keenum to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
29!
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
3 down, 3 down.
Monday, down! 180! White, down!
Big edge, big edge, big edge.
White! White! Heavy!
Check 24.
Carr now to throw.
Hey, watch it.
It's caught. Nelson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Nelson's first catch. Good for a 1st down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now a run with Geis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
All right, get set, fellas. Heavy!
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here. Tight end right.
Down! 180!
Check your hot read.
694! 24.
54.
734. Low.
Hey, watch the ball.
734.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wide.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Steps away to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A second down carry for Booker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Very left. On 53.
Throwing on third down, Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
We're good. 3 down. We're good.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 53. On 53.
Keenum to throw on second down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Round 20.
53 at the mic.
Roger.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up.
22.
Keenum now to throw. Forced out to his left. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And that one results in 35 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this.
Here we go.
Here's Keenum now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, orange!
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Returnable here for Davis. Dances by him. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
26, Mike.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. His throw incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Stop right there.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
"30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
52. Stay hot. We're good. Here goes the hot. Like 20.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go, boys.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship.
Here goes the hot. Like 20. Hot. No doctor.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Keenum now on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Brian Arakpo in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Down. You wide,
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
On play action, now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Here now, Johnny Townsend. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
No. Roger.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Take 4.
On 2nd down, Freeman. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40, 30, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Royce Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Mary left. Roger.
Mike.
Jam. Hey, 52.
Check 3.
To throw is Keenum. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Let's go. Interception, baby. Let's go.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Running it, Washington. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Caught by Nelson left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First down Raiders, the former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr.
Here we go.
Carr now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Yo, Chief. Down. You wide 8-8. Hey, 734. Push it up.
From the gun, it's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Get set. 180.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Right. He's tied right here. He's tied on the right. Tied on the right.
Here goes the hot. White 20.
Three down.
Here's Freeman, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. Jam. Roger. Hey, orange.
On play action, it's Keenum. Out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And oh, he coughed it up. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
White. What's up?
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And Davis with it left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
694. 734. 734. 808. What's up?
On first down, Carr. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Down. 180. Hey.
Shotgun now for Carr. Flushed out right. Able to find his running back, Geis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
Heavy. White down.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Three down.
They get it to him running left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darius Geis with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Brian Arakpo in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
White 20.
Check 53. I got you, punk.
On 53.
From the gun, it's Keenum. This is Booker on the dump off. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch 23. Watch 23.
White 20.
Yes.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Bruce Irvin with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Raider 1.
Kill, turn up.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Six 37.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Here's Carr to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I know old school coaches used to just cringe when their quarterbacks weren't in the pocket throwing the ball. Whenever they were outside of it, you could just see them losing their mind on the sidelines. Nowadays, a lot of them like that. Defenses often get confused when the quarterback escapes. Coverages go haywire, but in this case, he didn't take advantage of it by getting set and making a nice throw.
Yeah, and with that pressure coming, maybe he should have just gotten rid of it. They'll go for it. It's Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Carr now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
All right, get set, fellas. Down. 180. White down.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. Again, it's Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jordy Nelson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
White 20.
Check 50.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end right.
Here goes the hot. White 20. White 52. Takes 2.
He's coming.
Yeah, we're good.
Freeman again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
22.
3 down. Hey.
Here goes the hot. White 20.
Tight dog.
They'll try the air now with Keenum. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Here goes the hot. White 20.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Jam. Hey, go Roger. 22.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got Booker. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the big play nullified, a legal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunk of yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
22 on 53.
Now Keenum got to have this one. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Down. Blue 80.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. When they need to play on 3rd down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
On 53. We got that. Right 20. Hey, go, Roger.
Watch the motion.
Mary left. Mary left.
53 is the motion.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They start on the ground with Geis. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Boom. Bus stop.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
6:37.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's
1-8. We're good. We're good.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Heavy, heavy.
Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the stick, 2nd and 15.
Express.
3 down.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adam Gotsis able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. But that's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
7:34.
Showing 8. Showing 8.
Purdue. Go, Chief.
SOS.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
You're mine.
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And no, it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
I got number 80.
Hey, jam.
Single.
Roger. Hey, orange.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Strong right. Strong right.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
To throw, it's Carr. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw, Carr. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10.
They're running it.
Roger.
It's a party now.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Roger. Mike 20.
Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Back to throw. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.